Forgive my background. I'm moving some things around. You know, I'll be honest. I don't even know what's going on over here. But I'm doing some stuff, and I was gonna wait till things were perfect. I was like, no, I need to express myself now. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Just go, hit record, throw on that coffee face shirt that's a little too tight. Go, just go. The people need this. They need you. And I am here to serve. Thanks for tuning into Part-Time Adult. Appreciate you stopping by. Today I want to tell you a story about the time I got trapped in an elevator with the CEO of Atlantic Records, a guy named Craig Kallman. A little backstory: back in the day, I co-founded an entertainment magazine. It looked like this. It was a lot of fun. Got Cassidy on there with the cover story. This is a great interview, by the way. Appreciate you, Cass. Appreciate the bull. One of the greats. Cool and Dre when Hated to Love It, when they was on top. And I won't shine, homie, until my heart stop. Anyway, a lot of cool moments. Slim Thug, Pretty Ricky, hilarious. Here's a picture of me stressing. You can't really see it. I would put it up, but now that I know that there's no light, but I don't know if you can zoom in. I'm only shooting 1080, no 4K. But this is a picture of me stressing. Let me grab my phone. Let me get the flashlight on my phone so y'all can see it. My little 5-year-old phone that still works. Thank you. That's a picture of me stressing. You see me with the flip phone? Killing it. No, killing it for real, because it was killing me. I was dead. This magazine was just, man, good times, but one of the hardest times of my life. And I'll tell you the story about that another day. A lot of cool things, but ultimately, that's why I'm here now. So anyway, so this little rag doesn't look like much, but it took me all over South Florida, specifically Miami, which is, that's where you want to be, like, let's be honest. Opened a ton of doors, right? It was me and at the time my best friend, co-founders, and we had a very, very, very small team. I'll tell you about it some other day, but we started to get well known in the city. People are inviting us to all the clubs, the studios. We're popping, right? So I through my business partner / best friend's cousin, who was kind of like a mentor to me. Love him. He's not here anymore, but another video. He connected us with a studio called Circle House. And Circle House is a very well-known studio. If you know anything about it, you know, Nas recorded there, all the Cash Money, man, Christina Milian, like I think Janet recorded it. I'm not sure on that, but I know like anybody in urban entertainment knows where Circle House is or has worked there. And it's a great place. And we struck up this partnership where once a month I would come into the studio, I would interview people who were there working, and we got access to these artists because these aren't people you could just like walk up into any studios, be like, hey, you know, can I come in and interview people? Like we interviewed, Red Spider, who produced for G Unit. I was gonna get Christina Milian on a cover. Hopefully that was a plan, but she was having a rough day. She was cool though, but she was having a rough adult day. And man, just anybody who's coming through, like we had access to them. So it was just like, yo, if we can come through and do interviews, we'll we'll put your logo on the page and all that. So it's like, you know, like you sponsoring kind of. I was like, yo, like that's cool. You know, I got to interview Benzino. He actually reached out to see if I wanted to work for The Source, and he gave me a phone number that I called and nobody ever picked up. But he said he liked the way I did my thing as a music journalist. So cool. Wish we could have made something happen, but you know, it is what it is. We also got to connect with Sly and Robbie, legendary reggae producers, songwriters. So even though a lot of artists who came through there were like really well established, every now and then you get some up and comers. And I remember connecting with this R&B singer who was, she's new, up and coming, doing her thing. She was really young. She was like 16. Her mom was always there. So whenever I was in the studio, you know, just meeting people and hanging out and just taking pictures or whatever, I would always see her mom, and me and her mom would always strike up a conversation. And I think sometimes her stepdad, I think, was there sometimes too. So me and the mom, we just became cool. And I remember one day she came up to me and she saw that I was always taking pictures, and she said, you know, I bought this new camera, this digital camera, but I don't really know how to use it. Can you help me out? So I taught her a few things here and there. and she was just really appreciative. So every time I saw her, it was just more love. Hey, how you doing? You know, mwah, good to see you. You know, when you brown in Miami, you kiss on the cheek. That's how we do, whether you know each other well or not. But really just a sweet woman. And one day she tells me, hey, my daughter is gonna sign a record deal with Atlantic Records. We would love for you to come and celebrate with us. And I'm like, yes, absolutely, I would love to come. Now at the time, even though I'm doing the magazine, I'm low key, not really low key. I'm rhyming on the side. I got my beats, and I'm doing shows all over town. So you know, I'm like at the show promoting my magazine, and then I got to go on stage and stuff like that. So I'm still very much into the music and all that. So I'm like literally going to shows that I'm gonna go perform at with a stack of magazines under my arm. You know, so I'm like, you know, I'm multitasking over here. So you know, I'm like, of course I would want to come and see somebody sign their record deal. I don't know at this point who's gonna be there, but I just think it's cool, and it's a free meal. So I'm just like, yeah, of course. Like that's not only is this my coffee face, but this is my free meal face. You know what I'm saying? So, or any meal face. So we meet up at this restaurant on South Beach. It's an Italian spot, and it seems like half the restaurant is ours. It's a massive table. It's like 30 people there. I take a lady who was a co-worker at the magazine. We go and you know, we're there having a great time, and Pitbull shows up. You know, he's saying hi to everybody, dabbing people up, you know, kissy kiss, you know how we do. And well, not me and Pitbull, but you know, just Cubans and, you know, brown folks from the El Caribe. That's how we get down. And it's all love. Food was great, and the deal is actually going to be signed like right next door in a studio that's upstairs. Now, this is a studio called South Beat Records. South Beat, Sobe, the drink, the tea. It's, I believe, same company. What was the guy's name? The rapper it's his dad. Is it Stax? I think it's Stax. I want to say Stax's dad is Sobe Entertainment, Sobe Records, Sobe Music, all that. It's in their studio. So we go upstairs. Wait. Before we go upstairs, we get in the elevator. Now at this point, it is me, my coworker. I believe my coworker was there. I don't know if we took trips. I don't remember, because it was a big group of us. The girl who was gonna sign her deal, her mom, her stepdad, producer Jim Johnson, who produced Lollipop for Lil Wayne, and his production partner at the time, a guy named Big D. I don't believe they're together anymore. And I actually got them on the cover right here. Big D, Jim Johnson, Usual Suspects. Much love to both of you. I'll tell you that story, how that cover came to be another day. But we're in this elevator, and it's not a very big elevator. Oh yeah, and the CEO of Atlantic Records, yeah, he's on there too. I don't know if I mentioned him before. If I did, whatever. Craig Carmen. So we going up to, I think it's like the third floor, and we going up and we going up and we going up and we going up and we stop going up. That's not how elevators work. So we're pushing buttons, because why not? That's why they're there. And I say maybe 5-10 seconds go by, and Craig starts screaming. He was the first one. He started it, and he screamed louder than everybody else. Though I will say, in his defense, Craig, can I call you Craig? Craig C. Carmen. When you're like by far the most important person in the elevator that is stuck, and you're like, I don't know, like the 6th most important person in the music industry in the entire world, I think you're allowed to scream. And you know what? You can go first. So he's screaming, then this one's screaming, that one's screaming, I'm screaming, we screaming. Ah! All right, nothing's happening. So, you know, we figure we're some strong dudes. We can do this. So, you know, we pull out the pythons, the 24-inch pythons, and we open we sticking shoes in there. All the stuff that you're not supposed to do. We getting shoes and we sticking it in there, like this little scrappy $20 piece of leather shoe is gonna pry open these doors. But lo and behold, we get it open, and now we have a decision to make, because the floor is like right here. So it's like, how bad do you want this record deal? So we're deciding, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna stick around, or are we gonna go through half the door of half the opening of the elevator? Because I've seen movies, man. I've seen movies before, and if you are here and that thing goes like that, and then part of you goes like this and the other part goes like that, that's not good. That's not good, because I'm torn, literally. So eventually we make our way out. First one to go, I believe, is the girl. And as like people are helping up, she's like, don't look at my skirt. We're like, don't get cut in half. Just go. She worried about her skirt, like, don't die. Go. And then mom. Then I think maybe stepfather or Craig. Everybody. I am by far the least important person in this elevator, so I am dead last. But I managed to jump. They pulled me up. Boom. Go. I was a little bit lighter than them, so it was a little easier to, But we make it. And we go to this conference room, big old table, and I have a really little crappy camera, a digital camera. I can't remember what it was, but it was garbage. And I took a couple pictures, and I think the camera, I may have lost it probably. Anyway, so we gather around this table, taking pictures, a bunch of people. Record contract gets slid over. She signs it. Everybody's happy, and then she just out of nowhere, and this girl could sing. She just starts singing Whitney Houston. Sorry, my bad. Will always love you. She sang that thing. She was just pouring out, just happy. I believe she started crying a little bit. I mean, I would too. You're like 16 years old. You signed a major record deal. One of the majors, not like, Around the Way Records has distribution through Koch. This is like, no, and shout out to Koch. This is like, it's a major record deal. Major, like, this is like Big Four. I don't know if it's Big Five or Big Four, or if it's Big Three now. I don't know, who knows. But it's one of the top record labels that all the other labels sit under. So I understand why you'd be happy and crying, and I probably would too. Crying because I ain't got a deal. So no, but congratulations. Though I don't think anything ever happened. I don't think they ever dropped an album for her, which, believe it or not, happens a whole lot in the music industry, and that sucks. Also, the vast majority of record deals are not good. But anyway, I would have signed it. But so. Cool. Happy, high five. Happy. Record deal. We going platinum, baby. Not me. I'm just a dude that helped your mom with her camera, and that's it. So, but I appreciate the free food. Italian food was molto delicioso. I don't know if that's how you say it, but whatever. So next we go downstairs, and we're just kind of like hanging out. And there's like a hotel, like right there, like a little boutique hotel. One of those, really small hotels you see on South Beach that are like kind of like tucked away. And I turn around and I see Mos Def, and I realized that I saw Talib Kweli. He was like next door in the studio. I was like, okay, and I just kind of saw him for like a half a second. He was like out of sight, out of mind. Then I see Mos Def. I was like, okay, Mos and Talib are here. So Mos is outside, just kind of posted up or whatever, and we strike up a conversation. I'm telling him about my magazine. Yo, I'd love to get you on the cover and all this stuff. And Mos is an interesting dude, and I think this was around the time he had the one with the bandana, the cover. What was the name of that album? Black Jack Johnson, NYC, the New Danger, I believe is what it's called. I believe it was The New Danger. And so I was asking him, about being on the cover. I'd love to interview you, and it was a cool discussion. And he's like, "Yo, can I be on the cover like this?" And he put a bandana around his face, and he started doing like some I don't know, some stuff with his hands. I don't know what that was about, but I was like, "Sure, like, do whatever you want." And we chopped it up for a little bit, and then his producer, or one of the producers that he works with, a guy named Minnesota, he actually produced a song called Beef. So if you ever heard that, beef is not what Jay said to Nas, beef is one of can't find jobs, that song, he produced that, and I assume some others, but that's the one that I know. So conversations going great with Minnesota. I ended up talking to him for like an hour or something. I like low-key interviewed him, took some pictures and everything, and then that was my Mos Def / record deal experience. And then also it was funny, before Mos came out, my coworker was with me, Haitian girl. She knows who she is. Shout out to you. She had a crush on Mos Def, and Mos Def was playing the piano in the lobby of the the lobby of the hotel, and she was just kind of like peeking in, and her eyes were just like, just doing like all types of gymnastics. And I was like, look at you. And I was like, I gotta know how to play piano, man. This magazine stuff ain't working out, man. I'm broke, bro. I'm broke. I looked like I was balling. I was at the club all the time. I'm talking to every DJ. I'm over here. I'm standing here next to Khaled, and all. It's just like I was broke. And from the outside, I was like, yo, them boys doing it. We was hustling, we was grinding, but we were broke. I mean, like, I walk in the bank and they look at me like, you sure? You sure about that? But it was a awesome experience. I got a lot of magazine stories that are, you know, just behind the scenes, kind of like music industry stuff. Nothing crazy, you know, no rituals or anything like that. Just a lot of good times, and I came across a lot of cool people. And yeah, it was an adventure. And my business partner says, man, you got to write something about that. And I was like, I don't know, because it doesn't make everybody look all that good. He's like, no, man, don't matter. I was like, I don't know, man. But yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that story, and to see somebody, you know, reach that goal of signing a major record deal was cool to see. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Major record deals today, well, not even today, but just some people would say throughout history have not been great. But I know that if that's what you're chasing and you get to chase that and you catch it, and if you're happy about it, then I'm happy for you. But don't do anything crazy, like, because that some of that stuff it goes down. But nothing that I really saw. But I know people. And yeah, that's about it. If you dig this video, you know, please, you know, do the stuff, you know, smash the thing and then push the other and pull the lever on the other thing and share it. And I hope you were at least entertained. And parttimeadult.com, theparttimeadult.com, that's where everything's at. Hit me up on Instagram, the Part Time Adult, and the number 1, or just go to the website and it'll lead you down the rabbit hole. Yeah, that's it. Part Time Adult. Thank you for watching. Peace. Be good.